So good evening and welcome to another Monday Night Live at Cafe Gratitude. Thank you. That's so awesome. I don't even feel like I need my paperwork tonight. Hi, thank you so much for coming. I'm thrilled you guys came out after our big, long, exhausting weekend. How many of you here were actually at the expo this weekend? Almost everybody here. Everyone raised their hands. They didn't clap, but was that amazing for a first-time event? Are we not completely impressed with John Kohler? I am so impressed with John Kohler. Thank you so much, John Kohler of discountjuicers.com. So yeah, no, he told us about that event at Raw Spirit last year, and I've been carrying around this tiny little piece of paper that said July 25th, 26th, 2009, and it got closer and closer and closer, and no one was really sure how it was going to turn out, but we were all really excited to participate. And we had like 400 people pre-sale, so I mean that's amazing. It was 2 really full days. It was a lot of people that were just getting into raw foods. I mean, I was showing them pictures of like Matt Monarch and all these really big names in the raw food world, and they didn't know who they were. So I mean, that's awesome. They were brand new, they were learning about it, they were taking notes, they were excited, they were asking questions, and it was really, really exciting, really exciting. So before I actually continue, I know the people that are here because they want to see Kevin Gianni. So Kevin's with us tonight.
I want one of those, big Monday Night Live.
Well, you gotta beg for it like I did. So.
I'll work for it.
A little bit later. Hold out for a while on that one. So most of you I've spoken to most of you either at I've spoken to most of you either at a Monday Night Live, or I spoke to a lot of you this weekend at the expo. But just a reminder, my name is Shea. I'm the organizer of this event. If you have any suggestions or questions or anything about this event as it's progressing, I would love feedback. I've got some panels coming up in October. In fact, the entire month of October, I'm doing panels. I have 2 raw chef panels, I have a raw doctor panel, and I have a raw athlete panel. And so panel means I need questions. So please either hand me questions or email me questions. I would really love your help asking the questions so that you get the answers you're looking for. So please email me questions. I really appreciate it. Before we get to Kevin, I just want to tell you who's coming up in the next month. It's an amazing, amazing month. I can barely believe it. We have 6 events in August. That's a lot. So please come back out. We have Patty James on Monday, August 3rd. She's out of Sebastopol. She's a natural health chef. She's the first person in the country to ever have a cooking school that was certified organic. But she's going to be talking about how to get others excited about their health. Edward Mills on Monday, August 10th. He's also out of Sebastopol. He's a business coach and also a law of attraction coach. And he's going to be talking about the human energy systems and their connection with the raw food diet. Then we have Dr. Doug Graham on Monday, August 17th. He's going to be talking, I don't even have to say who he is, but I'll just say 80-10-10, y'all got that. He's going to be talking about how and why to go raw. Then I have, this one's really exciting, Matt Monarch and Angela Stokes will be here together on Monday, August 24th. They're going to be talking about raw success and raw emotions. And then we have a special Tuesday night live. So Tuesday, August 25th, because he can't do anything like everybody else. We have Paul Nissan coming in. He better eat before he comes, because he's going to be talking about the daylight diet, and it might get dark while he's here. So we have to make sure he gets his food in before he shows up. So tonight we've got Kevin Gianni with us for the 2nd time. We are blessed enough to have Kevin Gianni. Tonight we're going to be sticking to the realm of how to be a leader in the natural health movement, and we're going to be experimenting again with just doing it in a question and answer interview style format. So I appreciate all of you contributing questions. I appreciate you contributing questions. So I'll just give you my introduction. I did last time a little bit. I became aware of Kevin Gianni like most of you, kind of internet surfing. You see this really cool name or URL, Renegade Health. It fits, it feels right. You're like, okay, I resonate with that. I'm a renegade, right? So, and you're not sure what you're gonna expect, so you push play on the first video, and there's just like totally normal people. Like Kevin and Emery are just, they could be your, they could completely be your, well, and the raw food movement, you know what I'm saying, right? So, y'all were at the expo, no, I'm just kidding. So there are these wonderful, down-to-earth, you could run into them at the store, and all over the country right now, a lot of people are running into you at the store because they're on tour all over the country. In fact, I had a neighbor, last time they were at my house, email them at Renegade Health and say, are you actually parked on my street right now? So some neighbor came walking down the street knocking on the door. So I started watching the videos, I subscribed, I started getting bombarded by emails, but it was worth it because they were charming and what they had to offer was amazing, and you could tell they were really on to doing something innovative and useful, and you wanted to forward those videos to your friends, and you wanted to be in on the calls they were arranging. And one of those calls that I was fortunate enough to be on was a call on how to be a leader in the natural health movement. I was probably one of about 400 or 500 people on this call. It was an amazing call. I did not stop taking notes the entire time. And at the end of the call, and I was a little annoyed with this at first, but you could tell he was leading up to the point of the call, which was he was about to sell something. And he was gonna sell the idea of a private mentorship program. So he was just starting to kind of pitch the idea that he was gonna work with 10 people. And as he's talking, and I'm going in my mind, okay, he's not mentioning the price, this is bad. Turned out not to be bad at all. But even though when I didn't know, I was inching closer to my computer, and my hands were kind of like sneaking up to the keyboard, and I'm thinking, what are you doing, Shea? Have some self-control, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And he's like, and I can only take the first 10 people, and my hands are on the keyboard, and he says, and here's the URL. And I can't type, but boom, if I had it typed in, boom, congratulations. You're one of the first 10 people. In fact, I was one of the first 5 people, which comes with an instant best friendship, I think, is what ended up happening here. Or actually a permanent parking spot outside my house.
Permanent parking spot, yeah.
But over the year, I've had the privilege of not only working with him in that mentorship capacity, so I know the value of the information he has to give. I know how generous he is. I know the integrity that he works with, and along the pathway, and I know I'm going on way too long, but I like to give him a good intro. Along the pathway, I've had the most amazing opportunity to become friends with both Kevin and Anne-Marie and host them several times along the way, and get to know them as people, not just icons on my internet screen. And the value of all of that is beyond words, and I'm not going to tear up, I promise. So do you have anything to say to that before we start the questions?
Wow.
Yeah, wow. That was it?
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm excited to be here. I'm sitting down, so you guys are going to get a whole different experience. You guys, who has been to one of my talks before standing up? When I was standing up, not you standing up. Because it's an hour, so it's like, you know, it's tough to stand up for an hour. But yeah, it's going to be a different experience. I'm excited about this.
Okay, so questions for Kevin. Let's just start with the basic. How did you get started in the health world at all?
All right, cool. Here we go. I'm going to talk like this. What do you think? Is that good? Yeah. All right, cool. Real like intimate kind of thing. Well, I think the purpose of this talk is to kind of share some information that I've learned the hard way, and I want to make it easy. Because what I've seen over time is I've seen a lot of people who really want to make a difference in the world. And now you don't need to be a health practitioner, you don't need to be just about anything. A lot of these principles that I'm going to talk about today is how you can be a leader in just about anything that you do. And I've seen too many people struggle, really. You know, we're from Connecticut, and we see a lot of people who go to the Integrative School of Nutrition. Do you guys know where that is, Integrative School of Nutrition? No? Okay. It's a big school in New York. They bring in a lot of speakers, and they actually do teach people how to get out and become leaders in their own field, in the nutrition field. And a lot of times what happens is they try really, really hard, and they try a lot of things that may not be the right things to do. And eventually they fail, and sometimes they go back to their old jobs, things that they didn't like at all. And that to me is pretty sad, because I think that we're all here to do something very important, and we're all here to spread whatever sort of message that we have, and we need to do it in a way that's effective and actually reaches people and actually allows you to make a little bit of money doing it.